Good evening. An international engineering company based in the Black Country has warned that soaring insurance premiums could prevent it taking on young apprentices. Genair in Wednesbury says it's being quoted more than £20,000 to provide comprehensive motor insurance for each trainee. The soaring costs come as the number of people starting apprenticeships in the West Midlands has fallen to a 5-year low. In 2018-19, the number of people starting apprenticeships in this region was nearly 46,000. This fell to just under 39,000 in 2021-22. That's a fall of 15%. Provisional government figures also suggest a 22% fall in apprenticeships being completed over the past year alone. Our correspondent Ben Godfrey has the details.
Zachary Macy is following his father and grandfather into engineering. The 18-year-old has started an apprenticeship at Genair in Wednesbury, but he can't yet get out on the road to service air compressors because it'll cost his boss in the region of £20,000 to get him comprehensive motor insurance.
It's way too much money to have to pay. The insurance companies should be trusting younger drivers more to be able to not cause accidents or be into crashes, and they should lower the insurance down.
With clients across Europe, including food manufacturers, the rail industry and nuclear power stations, they want to be on site to deliver units and service them.
The figures we're talking is probably more than their wage, hence the reasons why we're trying to reach out to say something needs to be done about this, otherwise companies like myself are going to stop investing in the kids of tomorrow.
The number of apprenticeships started here in the West Midlands has fallen to a new 5-year low as businesses face increased costs and a turbulent marketplace.
So the national minimum wage for apprentices, school leavers at the age of 18, you're looking at around £5.28 an hour. That's too low, business leaders tell us, because they say that lots of young people are being dissuaded from going into engineering apprenticeships, for example, and looking to other industries like retail for better pay, but not necessarily better prospects and training.
But there is cause for optimism, according to In-Comm, a training provider with academies in Telford and Aldridge. They've taken on almost 200 young people to skill them up for careers in engineering, robotics, machinery and tool making, and all backed by companies including Makita and Veolia.
It is a concern, costs aren't going anywhere, only going up, but I think for us it's more costly to do nothing. It's harder to retain and attract skilled workers. So I think growing your own from the local talent pool is the most cost-effective way to do that for your business.
The government told us they are helping more businesses by paying 95% of apprenticeship training costs while cutting bureaucracy to make it easier for employers like David.
The government's got to realise if they're not getting youngsters into training, then all we're going to do is put these people who are just going to be either sitting on the dole or not working.
With a big bill to put Zachary on the road at work, outside work, his car insurance is £4,000 a year.
I know people have had to quit their apprenticeship because they physically can't get to work because there's that far away and no insurance company will have them for any car.
There's concern then that more manufacturers could axe apprenticeships and limit a future workforce if insurance bills continue to rise.
And Ben joins us now. Motor insurance, wow.
Yeah.
It's really compounding a tough few years for businesses. What's going on?
Well, it is, and you might have, watching at home, had your quote through and your eyes are beginning to water. You won't be the only one. Insurers actually say, though, Nick, they've had their worst year in 10 years. So every pound they're putting on your premium, they say they're spending £1.10 in claims and operating costs. So the current average at the moment, 561 quid, up almost 30% on a year. Young people are being squeezed even harder, mostly because of their lack of driving experience.
Motor insurers are facing some really hefty cost rises themselves, some of which, like the cost of repairs, are going up much, much higher than the general rate of inflation. And added to that, there's also insurance premium tax, which adds around an extra £60 to the average premium that motorists are paying, which is one of the reasons why we're asking for the Chancellor in his autumn statement on Wednesday to reduce that tax to give hard-pressed motorists a break.
Are premiums going up because people are flouting the law?
That is a small part of the reason. I mean, today parts of Birmingham, Sandwell and Stoke have been identified among the 15 UK hotspots for uninsured drivers. Police say they're doing an operation this week on uninsured drivers. 100,000 vehicles have been seized over the last year. There's a cost to that. Also on your premium, it adds an average of £53 to help compensate victims. Advice for businesses and young people just like Zachary is continue to shop around, look for the best price. And there is some differentiation in price, but not much. It's hard going.
Sounds it. Ben, thank you. So what do you think? Should there be more support for businesses taking on apprentices and dealing with high insurance costs? Let us know what you think. You can email midlandstoday@bbc.co.uk or contact us through social media.